with regards to advertisers' impact on the planet, I mean, what does that look like right now?
Well, it's more significant than I think many of us may have realised as we all joined this sort of creative and brilliant industry. And Purpose Disruptors have done a whole other brilliant project around advertised emissions. But, so far it might have been possible to say, without asking too many difficult questions, well, advertising doesn't create products. We don't make cars or shampoo. So our imprint, our emissions can't be that significant. And sure, that's true on the operational level of things. Business travel is typically the largest impact in that area. But actually, as we've talked about, we have to be truthful about, well, what is it that we do? We exist to amplify the messages of brands, and if those messages are to buy this product or use this service, then that's on us as well. So in terms of operational emissions over a year, that might look like sort of a million CO2e tons. But in terms of advertised emissions, so the effect of all those products and services bought because of brilliant effective advertising that otherwise may not have been bought, that's more like 186 million, which is double the size of Greece, I believe, for a year of their carbon footprint. So that, if we're going to affect change, that's the conversation that we need to be having, and that's actually where the really exciting kind of innovation is going to be around. Well, how do we keep having a thriving business without it necessarily having to be purely around growth?
Yeah.
Can I just add to
that?
Yeah. I mean, that's what sort of got me to be where I am today. So when I first became aware of climate change, my understanding was this was a job for policymakers, for governments, for scientists, for engineers. It was a science problem, it was a technology problem. And it's just through my learning journey over the last few years in this, I'm realizing it's really a story of culture, of narrative, of influencing people, and these are the gifts that we have in our industry. We have this creative firepower, and we also have the wonderful skills in understanding people and how to shift behaviors, and having that awakening actually that I can make a difference for my job. Yeah, that's sort of that was a real thing that opened up my journey in this work.
Yeah, I mean it's quite at some levels it's quite an existential crisis for marketing, as we've said. But equally, if as marketers you can change consumer behaviours, but also use persuasion and communications to affect organisational change as well, that seems like a very exciting.